I'm Tim.
I'm Jonah.
And welcome to Bohm Baseball.
And it's 2 days of baseball today.
Like every Monday.
Yep. So this is Saturday, Sunday?
Yep, yeah. All the games from Saturday and Sunday.
So October 1st and October 2nd. So let's start on October 1st. First game of the day, the Nationals beat the Phillies 13-4. Meneses and Garcia combined for 9 RBIs, and Kyle Gibson continues to struggle for the Phillies. I think it's ERAs over 5. They trade, like we said, we haven't said that. What am I saying? They trade for him last trade deadline from the Rangers. Pitching really well for the Rangers, came over, didn't pitch as well, but still pitched okay. But this season, it's really gone for the worse. I think the Rangers might have won the trade.
Yeah, really here with the Phillies, it's the worst time to start playing bad baseball for the Phillies. Yeah. They're just barely holding on to that last wild card. I think they've got a 2-game lead right now going into Monday. So they look like they might hold on to it, but this is just the wrong time not to get hot. Especially against a team like the Nationals, who've been playing below par baseball the entire season.
Well, the second game on Saturday, they did beat the Nationals 8-4. Home runs from Vierling, Schwarber, Bohm, and Marsh. And Thor pitched well, 0 earned runs over 5.2 innings.
True. Thor has been a great trade deadline pickup for the Phillies.
He hasn't pitched in, super good, but he's still going to be a really good help to their starting rotation in the playoffs. You know, I'd put him in there instead of Gibson any day.
Exactly. Definitely performing a lot better than last year's trade, though. I believe last year on his contract, just to Ryan, probably won't beat the Phillies next year.
He's probably just, when it's contract year, they're going to try to play good and earn that next contract.
Absolutely.
Next game of the day was the Yankees beating the Orioles 8-0. Not too much to say there. Nestor Cortes continues to pitch well for the Yankees with a 2.44 ERA this year.
True. Nestor has been a whole different animal this year.
Yeah, he's a great pitcher.
I was looking through and I knew that he played baseball, but what he's done this year is now I know that he plays baseball. Yeah. I remember his name now instead of just seeing him playing, going he's a pitcher for Seattle or something like that.
Oh my gosh. Whatever. Cubs beat the Reds 2-3. The game doesn't really matter. Lodolo pitches well, but the Reds lose. That's about it.
Low scoring game. Both teams have been struggling offensively, but
yeah,
that's what happens.
Blue Jays pounded the Red Sox 10-0. Bichette went 4-4. Hernandez went 4-5. And Danny Jansen had 5 RBIs. And RBIs Stripling pitched 6 no-run innings?
No run innings.
Scoreless innings.
Scoreless
inning. That's what it is. Yeah, Bichette continues to destroy. Teoscar has a good game. Danny Jansen is a good option for the Blue Jays. They really have 3 good options at catcher right now.
Absolutely.
With Gabriel Moreno, they have Danny Jansen, and they have Kirk, who's playing a lot of DH.
And really, when you look at the Blue Jays versus the Red Sox this season, I think they have the highest run differential.
I don't know.
Just between how often the Blue Jays just crush Red Sox pitching.
True. Dbacks beat the Giants 8-4. Sergio Alcantara, 4 RBIs for the Dbacks. Other than that, not too much going on there. Seattle beats the A's 5-1. Haggerty has 3 RBIs, and Luis Castillo, 6 innings, 1 run. Pretty good.
He's really holding up there.
He's really been good for the Seattle.
After that contract extension.
Well, not after. The whole time he's been there, he's pitched well.
Oh, yeah.
This
is the first game after his contract extension, and he's still bringing the heat. I believe so, because it was earlier this week that he signed the extension.
Yeah. Royals beat the Guardians 7-1. Salvador Perez goes 4-4, and Chris Bubic, 5 innings, no runs. And then the Tigers beat the Twins 3-2. The biggest line there is Eric Hasse went 3-4. Not too much to say on some of these games. They're they don't matter too much. As of right now, it's 3 days left of baseball. The postseason starts Friday.
Which is crazy. We're so excited for that. And a game that does matter for postseasons, Marlins beat the Brewers.
Yes, 4-3. Dela Cruz and Burdick had 2 RBIs apiece. Renfore went 3-4. But the Brew crew, They're gotta finish.
Yeah, they're 2 games back from Philly now. This is like the point where it's like Philly's kind of dropping, but Milwaukee has not been there to answer them.
Yeah.
And so Milwaukee doesn't have a hitter hitting above 270 on their entire team right now.
That's true.
They've been hitting home runs, but they have not hit for average at all.
Yep. Cardinals beat the Pirates 13-3. Dickerson has 4 RBIs. Really had a better second half. His first half was a trudge. His second half's looking better. And Jordan Montgomery does better. He's had some rough starts. He finally got another win.
His past 3 to 4 starts have been really rough after a great start for the Cardinals. He's trying to be there, show that he's a pitcher that they can rely on in the postseason. You know, going good against Pittsburgh isn't like, okay, now you're back. It's Pittsburgh, but at the same time, it's good to get those innings under him. Good to have some success because the Cardinals will really need good pitching heading into the postseason.
Yep. Speaking of postseason teams, the Astros beat the Rays 2-1. Christian Javier 6 innings, no runs. But the winning run was a wild pitch, so
Makes it a little less exciting.
Yeah. Braves beat the Mets.
This is the real series that we've been keeping an eye on. It's like this game brought them tied.
Yeah.
After this game,
this game brought them a game ahead.
I thought we were doing Saturday. Did they go ahead Sunday?
They might have.
So I think this game tied them, and then the next game brought them ahead.
Are they ahead 2 games?
I believe they're only ahead 1.
Whatever it is.
We can check.
The Braves beat the Mets 4-2. Riley and Acuna went 3 for 4. Braves got the Surgener, and Jansen continues to pitch well. As we check how many games are ahead, the Pirates also beat the White Sox 5-2. Elvis Andrus went 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, but Jake the Rake had 2 RBIs, finished them off. Angels beat the Rangers 3-2. Soto went 3 for 3. Suarez it's a perfect game. For a while.
Until he didn't.
You know. And the last game of the day, the Dodgers beat the Rockies 6-4. Cody Bellinger went 3 for 4 that game. Really think he's starting to come out of the rut. And an update. I was right.
He was right.
Braves are up 2 games.
They're up 2 after the game Sunday.
Yeah,
so that game was to bring them to the division lead.
Speaking of Sunday, it's time to move there. Move. We're not moving, but Tigers beat the Twins 5-2. Again, Eric Hasse, good game, 2 RBIs. He's really been solid for the Tigers all year. He's one of their solid hitters, to be honest. There's not too many of them there, but he's one of them this year.
Very true. It's not like Eric Hasse is a name that you'll remember after watching the Tigers, but if you look at his stats throughout the season, he's done a good job.
I watched a couple Tiger games in person this year, and I was impressed with what Hasse did. So I know the name. Phillies beat the Nationals. See, Phillies win again. Schwarber and Bryson Stott have 3 RBIs apiece, and Wheeler goes 5 innings, no runs. Good finish for the season for Wheeler. They're going to need him in the postseason.
It's good that Bryson Stott stepped up, kind of doing well. He's been doing a little better after they brought in Almundo Sosa as competition for him, because there's a few games there where Almundo was hot and Stott got sat. And, you know, he just wasn't very happy with that.
I think Stott will be a real good player down the road. This season, he's at about, I think, 226 around there, but I think he'll be there. Orioles beat the Yankees 3-1. I mean, it helps no one, really.
Helps no one, but I guess the Orioles kept Judge from hitting record-breaking home runs off them.
Yeah.
So thumbs up for the Orioles for doing that. I mean, you're winning, but it's like it doesn't matter anymore.
Did you see what they posted on Twitter?
No.
They posted like 82 to like as a knock on Judge for not hitting season. It was like their 82nd win, so they're like officially going to be a 500 team at least.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, did it let up over the Judge? In that game, Mountcastle had an RBI and Bradish pitched 5 innings, no runs. Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 6-3. Bobby Dbacks 3 RBIs. Hernandez went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, and Whit Merrifield went 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs.
He's been batting really good as of late, especially since coming over from Kansas City.
Yeah,
Whit's been playing really well for him.
Yep. That's 2 straight really good games from Teoscar Hernandez as well. Hopefully he can turn it on for the playoffs. Guardians beat the Royals 7-3. Brennan and Naylor both have 3 RBIs apiece. And the Naylor bros got to bat together in the same lineup, which is really
insane.
cool.
Like, how often does that happen? That just never happens.
Unfortunately, Bo didn't get a hit. But, I mean, I mean, it's still cool to see, you know? Astros beat the Rays 3-1. Pena went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Really been solid for the Astros this year.
Absolutely. Capping off their American League top record with another game.
Marlins beat the Brewers 3-4. Marlins do it again. It did go to the 12th inning. Rojas walked it off, but Wendell went 3 for 5, and Lopez 7 innings, no runs,
which is
great pitcher.
It's pretty crazy. Like, we know Brewers offense has been struggling, but it's gotta hurt to lose for a walk-off to bring you 2 games back with a wild card. That game's gotta hurt.
Yeah. Pirates beat the Cardinals 7-5. But Pujols does it. 702, baby.
702 home runs, and he tied Babe Ruth for second all-time in RBIs.
Yeah, that's all that really happened that game, though. The Cubs beat the Reds 8-1. Ian Happ went 3 for 4. Stroman pitched 6 innings and didn't let up a run. Pretty good, you know?
Good old Marcus
Doesn't matter,
Stroman.
but good for you. Giants walk off the Dbacks 4-3. Rojas and McCarthy both went 3 for 5 for the Diamondbacks, but VR came on, went 2 for 2, and had the walk-off hit. The Angels beat the Rangers 8-3. Ward, Trout, and Soto each go 3 for 4. Trout hit another home run. He's up to 39, I think, on the season.
Yep, it's 39 on the season. Trout, he's missed a whole month, and he has 39 home runs.
Yep. So let's go to the next game that doesn't really matter for the playoffs. The Rockies beat the Dodgers 4-1. Trace Thompson went 2 for 2, but Toglia went 2 for 3.
He only played half the game then of 2 for 2, or was there
no,
walks?
He walks, hit by pitches, stuff like that. And then the Athletics beat the Mariners 10-3. Shaylin Galeers 4 RBIs. And Jesse Winker had 3 RBIs. Caberlin 6 innings, no runs. Pretty good. I'll give him it. White Sox beat the Padres 2-1. Josh Bell went 2 for 3. Good to see for the Padres. He struggled, so for him to come in and do well, it's good for them, especially coming around playoffs. And Blake Snell and Lance Lynn pitched well. It's been a while since Lynn's pitched well.
The thing is, with the Padres here, is lately the Padres pitching has stepped it up a level.
They've stepped it up.
That's scary going into the playoffs.
They've been really good.
Darvish has been on. Snell's been getting on. Like, all their big pitchers are stepping it up, and that's scary heading into the playoffs. Because if their pitching can hold together and stay strong, it gives a chance for Soto to gain some, be able to hit the ball again, and Machado to continue his, amazing year. Like, it gives the offense a chance that the pitching is on.
Yep. But, they can't hit, so they lost. Elvis Andrus had a home run that game, and wasn't a winning run. I think it was a leadoff home run. Another leadoff home run for Elvis Andrus. Played really well for the White Sox. Gotta give him that.
He's not George Springer of leadoff home runs, but there he goes again.
What? And the Braves kind of put the nail in the coffin and beat the Mets 5-3. McNeil went 3 for 5, but Olsen and Dearn both had 2 RBIs, and Big Dog Kenley Jansen gets his 40th save.
Is that time for the lead of Clase?
I think Clase had another save, so he's at 41.
So Big Dog Clase still winning in saves.
But they're winning their league.
Their division?
League. NLAL.
Oh, yeah. I guess their respective leads. They're the leader.
Yeah, so that's something. Anyway, yeah, that means the Braves have the season, what's it called? Season tiebreaker. So their magic number is 1.
Ouch.
Which,
with 3 games
basically
left,
makes sense. But even if they tie, I think they still get the tiebreaker, I think.
So for the Mets to take the division, they'd have to win all 3 of their games with the Braves losing all 3.
Yeah.
So did the Braves just have to win, or they just have to lose? It's basically over. If one day goes wrong, one game goes bad, division is the Atlanta Braves.
It's over, boys.
So we got a more complete playoff picture now. There's really,
I think it's basically
I don't know if there's anyone else really in contention right now. Because
I
don't think Milwaukee is basically same story. They have to win all of them. Philly has to lose all of them. It's basically the point where their playoff picture is complete, and we can start filling out our brackets.
Well, I think that once it is complete, because we don't want to do anything until it is complete, but once it's complete, we'll do it at like the end of one of the episodes. We'll just say, hey, this is what happened, but then we'll do our predictions. We'll start looking more in the MVP stuff once the season ends, Cy Young, that type of stuff. And yeah, that's about it.
Coolest moment over the weekend, when Adam Wainwright's last start of the season with the Cardinals, they took Adam, Yachty, and Pujols out of the game at the same time, so they got to walk off the field together.
Yeah.
I believe it was like halfway through the fourth inning, something like that. It wasn't the greatest game for Wainwright. he let up a few runs. Actually, his last like 4 of the 5 starts have been pretty bad. He's suffering from like dead arm, like Scherzer last year with the Dodgers. So he's trying to get back in shape before the playoffs, but things aren't looking as great as they should be for him. So hopefully he can pull it together for the playoffs. Good vibes for Adam Wainwright, but Pujols keeps performing. He's tied with Judge and now Trout for the most home runs since like August or something, I believe like since that. August. They are all tied for like 16 home runs since August. So he's performing. Yachty's still great at defense. It's just Adam Wainwright's a little behind.
Question: is it Waino's last year?
I mean, it's his last year on his contract. He hasn't announced anything. I think if they go far in the playoffs, he won't have anything to prove coming back if he does well in the playoffs. So I think it's a higher possibility it's his last season if they go far in the playoffs. He can head out with Yachty and Pujols. But if he has still something left to prove at the end of the playoffs, he's back another year.
What if they lose first round?
He's back another year.
Okay.
If it's
and if you're wrong,
he's coming back another year at that point.
It will be a normal day. Anyway, that's about it for today in baseball. It was fun. Just enjoy baseball, watch some games, even if some of them don't matter.
Just get ready for the playoffs.
It's almost playoff time.
Just send good vibes to your team. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. Anyway. Thank you guys for listening, watching, whatever. And we will see you guys next time
on Bohem Baseball.